Now for Futures in Focus this Jobs Day, Alan Nuckman, Agora Financial Editor, joins us from the CME. Alan, we saw a little bit of a reaction post-jobs numbers at the CME, but August can be a volatile month, and it has been so far. What do you make of Treasury market moves this month?
Well, Treasuries have been on a tear, obviously, for a lot of the wrong reasons. But obviously, what's driving that market is the yield. And the yields around the world have been on a race to the bottom. And so we're still a decent yield when you look at Treasuries. But to take it out of that context, that really just emphasizes the difference between the yield you can get in the Treasury market and the yield you can get in the stock market. So the S&P yield has actually surpassed Treasuries, which is odd in itself. But you're going to see the money flow into the stock market, in my opinion. And I think it's all about the macro market right now. S&P is 1% away from the all-time top, even after all of this instability.
What did you make of Larry Kudlow saying this morning that really we're at square one with China? That doesn't bode well for equities, and yet they're continuing to rise, as you say.
Yeah, I think we've baked in worst-case scenarios. I mean, we're in a trade war. Who would have said 5 years ago that wouldn't have crashed the market? So you've got to look at the resiliency. We've overcome so many things in the last decade, the last 10 years. We were in a strong trend. The Dow is 5,000 points off the low from December. The fear factor, the VIX, is 55% off of that high from last December. So things actually, even though they don't feel more stable, mathematically they may be. And I think the market's looking forward and continuing to be positive. Optimism wins, and I think people are under the impression that eventually something will get sorted out. It has to get sorted out for these parties involved. Their future and their self-interest are based on it.
Alan, thanks for joining us today. Alan Nuckman there of Agora Financial.